Hello and welcome to Tune In Tuesdays of Guiding the Shifts. I'm Nicole and I just want to say thank you so much for taking time out of your day to show up for yourself and to receive whatever wants to come through for the collective today. Let's go ahead and make sure that the ringer is off on your cell phone and that you won't be disturbed. So go ahead and take a moment and do whatever you need to do to make sure of that. And when you're ready, go ahead and come to a comfortable seat. And let's begin today by just closing our eyes and getting nice and tall in our spine. And just start by noticing the breath. No judgment, no trying to change it, just notice it. And then begin to notice if there's any area of restriction where the breath feels like it can't get through. Maybe we're just breathing into the chest. Maybe we're breathing into the belly, but that breath feels like it gets stuck at the rib cage. And just invite that breath to fill into those areas, to begin to naturally flow a little easier and create more space in those areas of restriction. And as we set the intention to invite that breath to become a little easier and a little bit more expanded, let's tune into our bodies. And I invite you to really feel into your body and notice without trying to change it. Notice if there's any tension, maybe pain, maybe, different sensations. Is it aching? Is it burning? Is it tingling? Just notice. This is all information if we allow it to be. And rather than getting angry at it or wanting it to go away, we can lean into it and help to shift it and help to release it from the body and really listen to what it's trying to teach us. And so noticing any areas that are talking to you today. Let's go ahead and breathe into those areas. So where our mind goes, energy flows. So wherever that pain is, allow your awareness to rest in that area or tension or whatever it may be. And as we rest our attention there, energy flows there. And we can imagine breathing more breath, more energy, more vitality, healing, whatever it is that's needed. We can breathe into those areas and help to transmute that energy. And so that's all that is. The tension, the pain, it's stuck energy. Good, and let's breathe deeper into that. So really breathing and filling up the belly, the rib cage, the heart space. Take it in as much air as you can in through the nose. And big audible sigh, exhale, let it go. Good, again, inhale, filling the belly, the rib cage, the heart space. Really take in as much as you can and let it go. Let's do one more like that. Breathing in, belly, rib cage, heart space. Let it go. Good. And then this time at the top of the inhale, we're going to squeeze every little muscle in our body. So inhaling deep. Squeeze your fists, your arms, your belly, your face, all of it, your legs, your feet. Clench all the muscles. We're holding the breath. And on an exhale, let it go. Good. Again, squeeze. Maybe this time we really bring the shoulders up to the ears as we also squeeze the arms in, the fists. Squeeze your belly, your face. Really scrunch it up. And on the exhale, let it go. Let it all drop. One more time like that. Inhale, squeeze at the top. Really get everything nice and tight. Because when we release, we just let it go that much more. On the exhale, let it all go. Shoulders drop. You begin to feel into the body again. And everything is nice and relaxed and a little softer. And then come back into the breath and really allow yourself to fill up with that fresh chi, that fresh energy and oxygen. Exhale, letting it go. Good. A couple more deep breaths. And now notice, has anything shifted? Check in with the body again. And as we sit here, coming into this space of calm and peace, bringing our body back into more balance. If it resonates with you, let's go ahead and call upon our higher self. We ask to connect and embody our higher selves. We call upon our light team for support and guidance. We call upon that divine presence, that source energy that connects us all as one. And we ask in this moment, what lessons does my body have for me? What messages want to come through? And just take time to listen and notice. And if nothing's coming in right now, maybe that awareness will come later in the day, maybe in a dream while you're sleeping. So no need to get in our heads about it. Just allow ourselves to drop into the space of the heart and feel it. And you can stay in the space with your eyes closed, continuing to just receive. And maybe what you need to receive right now is just that felt sense of your support team, that guidance and support that's there for you. Maybe imagine taking in that love as a golden light that shines upon you, that fills you up and radiates out into your energy field. Good. And you can stay with your eyes closed, or if you're ready and you'd like to, you can slowly come back and, wiggle your fingers, you roll your wrists, you roll your shoulders. And if you're ready to open your eyes, you can go ahead and take a look at the deck that we're going to be using today. Hopefully you can see that. And the deck we're working with today is called Earth Warriors Oracle by Alana Fairchild. This deck just called to me. There's no other way to put it. I was in one of my favorite shops, little new age shops in a vacation spot that my family goes to. And I just I had to have it. And hopefully it speaks to you in the way that it spoke to me. So as I'm shuffling here, and I have been for a bit, setting that intention to really connect with what needs to be heard today, trusting in that support and that guidance that's all around us, always. You just have to take time to listen. Okay, and so today we have, and I'm probably not pronouncing this correctly, but Inganyama, honor of the ancient king. And let's see if you can see that there. Got my camera set up a little differently today. The lion. Oh, courage. Gosh, do we need courage in these times, right? These are challenging, interesting times that we are navigating through right now. So let's go ahead and open to this page. And if you're sticking with me here, hopefully you are. I think I'll probably go ahead and put some pictures down below in the comments, just because these are longer messages. So if you don't have time to stick with me, I completely understand, and you can always return to this later. But I encourage you to, because there is a little healing process at the end, and I really love the way that they go about taking us through that, kind of carrying the message into really embodying the shift that needs to happen there for us. So this one's called Honor of the Ancient King. The message is, the ancient king of the Zulu brings you an empowering message. You are destined to know and experience what it is to be truly empowered. Your voice, your courage, your wisdom, and your dignity can create considerable spiritual light, uplifting and inspiring others, guiding them from a place of spiritual truth towards the fulfillment of their own divine potential. If you have been doubting yourself or feeling unworthy of the boldness of your visions, you must allow your spirit to roar, for you shall conquer all obstacles and succeed in your heart's desires. How many of you out there feel self-doubt? I know I do, all the time. And I think it's just allowing ourselves to push through it. And for me, being able to call upon this divine guidance that's always there for us, it allows me to shine my light a little brighter. And it allows us to step out of our comfort zone. And that's when we really start to grow and expand. And I think there's a lot of healing there. And when we shine our light, it allows others to shine their light a little brighter. And we all rise up in this together. But with that, let's continue with the message here. So the reading for this continues on to say, this oracle indicates awakening and the healing and strengthening of divine masculine energy within the soul to take the initiative and to lead with wisdom. So not with fear, not with self-doubt, but lead with wisdom. Healing of masculinity is relevant at both physical and psychological levels. To love and make peace with the masculine allows it to become dynamic and expressive of integrity, purpose, justice, and protection. Acknowledge your own power. Do not play small. Don't dim your light. Let it shine. Conserve your energy and get plenty of rest. But when the time is right, let your soul roar and your true voice be heard without hesitation or fear. You are a protector and leader of others. We all have a leader within us. We don't always feel comfortable letting ourselves lead, stepping into that role, but it's there. Allow your spiritual connection to awaken your courage and boldness. Refuse to be put down. Trust in the dignity and divinity within. The spiritual guidance for this reading here, it's broken down into different sections, so this portion is entitled Spiritual Guidance. Inganyama in Zulu refers to lion, yet it is not a simple translation. It also refers to a natural position of power. Implied in this is a position of kingly leadership, which entails the wisdom of justice and mercy. This is the spirit of the divine masculine actively expressed in order to right the wrongs of the world. This divine masculine potency within men and women defends the sacred feminine by putting in the energy, action, and commitment required to bring her values to life. Divine masculine consciousness is essential for us to conquer procrastination, hesitation, fear, doubt, and inertia. So we can use this divine masculine energy, really stepping into our power to eradicate fear, to step out of that self-doubt. At least that's my understanding of what's being said there. It is the power of the sword of discernment, integrity, strength, and honesty. It is the ability to protect and defend what is worthy. It is not about dominating the world, but about moving powerfully amongst it from a position of inner spiritual connection. So key. From a position of inner spiritual connection to the wisdom of the sacred feminine that is always revealing the way. So for me, this is saying we tap in, we tune in, we listen to that divine feminine, that guidance, that assistance in being in the flow, right? Receiving. But then we take that wisdom, we take that knowledge, and from that perspective, from that understanding, we step into power. But not power in a way that we're in power of others, but stepping into our own light, into our power of being able to radiate love and share wisdom and be in that leadership role. The Oracle of Inganyama brings you lion medicine. Lion is an archetypal energy of raw power, strength, and fearlessness. Lions carry powerful energy for those that need to be seen and heard in positions of leadership. Be fearless, and as you trust in the spiritual power, which is certainly more than enough for any divine purpose that needs to be accomplished, express your true voice and affirm your intentions. The voice of the Spirit is louder than any other voice within you or around you. It is the most powerful, the most far-reaching in impact. Like the roar of the lion, the spiritual voice speaking truth will be heard and take effect, casting off any darkness, seeking to impede your purpose and the purposes of those that you love and protect. There is a time and place when the feminine must come to the fore, and likewise when the masculine is required. This is not necessarily about men and women, but more about the masculine traits within both men and women. We both men and women, all of us as human beings, we have masculine and feminine energy. And the key is to bring these into balance within ourselves. Society, I think, wants to have that division. We're kind of taught and programmed as we grow up to really live and be in our feminine as women, although that's shifted over the years as, we're being more expected to, climb the ladder in our careers, so to speak, as well as, be home and nurture and take care of the children and those things. But I feel like men are really called into action, into kind of having this more rough and tough exterior and aren't always allowed permission, or aren't encouraged, especially to emote and to feel their feelings, to feel into their bodies. And it's really important in being able to bring ourselves back into balance, to have both, to nurture the feminine, to nurture ourselves in self-care and take that time, but also to stand up, to kind of, lovingly stand our ground and to speak our truth. This video is going to be long. I hope that's okay. Feeling the need to keep expanding on these messages, but let's see where we left off here. So this is a time when you are asked to utilize these masculine traits for best success. The feminine will then be able to flourish. These masculine traits include discernment and decisive action, creating order and clearing away what is no longer effective and allowing for the new to emerge from the space created. It may seem that you are being held to a higher standard than others. This is because you have greater potential to evoke an effect. Higher standards of inner accountability form a spiritual safeguard. So that power, which is so easily corruptible, is expressed in a way that increases light by serving Great Spirit, rather than our own, even well-meaning agendas. Inganyama also brings the message of the wise cultivation of energy. Lions can rest for 20 hours a day. I didn't know that. Did you? When they need to act, they do. They also take their share of the food available without apology. Oh, I need that one. I apologize all the time, I think, just for taking up space sometimes. Apologizing for things that don't need apologizing. So if that resonates with you, take that as you will. Let's all just, not apologize for existence. We're meant to be here. We're meant to shine bright. Let's see. If you have been associating leadership with overwork and have sacrificed your needs to fulfill the needs of others, do away with that. In your well-being, strength, and dignity, so much more shall be accomplished. Those that you are here to love, those of you, they have a typo in here. Those of you that are here to love, guide, and protect will feel faith in their path, all the more so when their guide expresses and embodies divine love and wisdom with kindness towards all, including compassion and respect for self. Long message, I know, and we're about to get to the healing process, but just to piggyback off of that, I think in this, to simplify, cultivating that self-respect, cultivating that self-worth. When we step into that place of power that we all have within us and we all have the right to be in, that we step into that place with kindness and with compassion. We step into that space with a place of higher consciousness and higher understanding, and we express from that space. We lead from that space of kindness and compassion, and we set an example for others and ask them to rise up to that level of compassion and kindness with us. So for the healing process, I'll just be speaking this to you rather than fully doing it with you, I think, because of the way I have the camera set up. But go ahead and stand up. And stand with your feet hip-width apart, knees unlocked, so a slight bend in your knees. Feel connected to your body. We already did that a little in the beginning. So feel connected to your body as you imagine, feel or intend that your energy is now vital, golden, and luminous. It shines out from your heart and creates a potent field of divine light within you and around you in all directions. I'm going to add to this a little bit. So with that visual in mind, we're going to draw the energy in from the earth up through the bottoms of the feet, You can imagine roots growing into the earth and really connecting you into the depths of the earth, into that crystalline energy of the earth, drawing up that energy into every cell of your being, filling up with that golden light. And imagining your crown opening up to the heavens, the cosmos, the universe, that divine energy, and allowing that divine light to pour in and nourish you through the crown of your head, filling you up with golden light. Allowing that yin and yang energy from heaven and earth to mix within you. And coming into that awareness of the heart space. Visualize your heart opening up. Like there's a door in your heart, and you open up the door and you allow that golden light to radiate out, filling up your entire energy field in all directions. Within this light is the roar of the divine lion of truth. Even if it seems silent, it can be felt, heard, and takes divine effect far and wide. Allow the sound and the field of light to intermingle and extend as far as you wish, even reaching beyond time and space, into the past and the future, into worlds beyond the physical. If you're in a space where you can say this aloud, please repeat after me and do so. Otherwise, say it mentally. But I encourage you to say aloud, through the spiritual authority residing in my heart as the Christ Lion of Judea, I cast out the darkness of negative influence. I cast it out of myself, of my loved ones, and my community. I cast it out of world events and future situations, wherever this sanctified spiritual authority extends. May all leaders submit to wisdom for the greatest good of all. Through the power of the great spirit of love, it is done. And now I'm just going to read that just nice and smooth, and you can just kind of take it in once more, because I think it really needs to be heard at this time. Through the spiritual authority residing in my heart as the Christ Lion of Judea, I cast out the darkness of negative influence. I cast it out of myself, of my loved ones, and my community. I cast it out of world events and future situations, wherever this sanctified spiritual authority extends. May all leaders submit to wisdom for the greatest good of all, through the power of the great spirit of love. It is done. If you have time to rest, rest for as long as you need. And that's the completion of this healing process, of what is offered in this Earth Warriors Oracle. Go ahead and open your eyes if you haven't already done so. This is a long one. I'm curious how long this actually was when I finish up and check here. But I think it needs to be heard. I think this is some potent medicine today. Yeah, comments, questions, go ahead and, pop them down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Go out into this world, shine your light, be courageous, be who you truly are without shame or guilt or apologies. I love you guys. Take care.